Lau came out of the game, just had a little bit of I think it was a stinger, but he had to go through concussion protocol, but he was good to go, came back in and played. So, that's a really good win for us. That's a good football team over there. They're well coached. They got a lot of good players. They do things the right way here, which is why they've been so successful for the last however many long. But down at half, still felt really good about what we were doing. Had a couple plays go against us there, with the block kick for a touchdown and the interception. Game kind of swung in their favor. But we battled, man. They were convicted at halftime. We talked about it all week, what kind of game it was going to be. We wanted to get to the fourth quarter and have a chance to win the game, and that's what we did. So, and if you look at the second half, off the top of my head, 3 takeaways by the defense, scoring drives by the offense, field goals, special teams. Blake hit the first 3 and out, a huge punt that flipped the field, which was huge for us, I thought. So really all 3 phases, they stayed connected. They played well. Yeah, they were fired up. They know it's a good football team, and last week was not a good performance by us, and they took that some type of way. But again, that's why I was convicted. You obviously never want to look in the past right now. I don't want to talk about that, Cam. But going into that week, we hung together. We took the arrow in the forehead, and we got to put all our energy and focus into San Fran. That's what we did. We had a really good week of practice. Our captain stepped up leadership, I thought, this week, which was huge. All 4 of those guys. Dortch was instrumental this week with energy and focus. That's why he was the game captain. He's practicing his ass off. But we got a lot of good guys in that locker room, and the response was correct. Now we got to learn from it and move on to the next one, because we're going to play a really good football team in Green Bay. Yeah, it was good. I don't know if you do the math what we held them to there, but, obviously them losing their kicker was a component in that game. And I thought Nick and the defensive staff adjusted to that really well in real time, because you got to play differently then. And I thought he did a good job, and they made a lot of plays. That's what it comes down to, guys. We win the game because guys made a bunch of plays, all 3 phases. Point blank, done. Yeah. Huge to keep points off the board there. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Josh. Sorry. I'm excited about the red zone.
What does it take for defense to do that?
Yeah, resilience, because they moved it. You know what I mean? But we knew they were going to move it. That's a good offense, man. They're top in the league, And to be able to keep points off the board there was huge. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of how they battled, man. I really am. Yeah. Yeah, there is no panic, man. Kyler's like this, the whole James Conner, the O-line, like we're fine, you know what I mean? And the run game wasn't really going at that point, I know Kyler had the long one, but let's just stick with it. Let's just get it to the fourth quarter and stick with it. Bite down on your mouthpiece and let's go. And that's why I thought how they closed that drive off, the last one, to eat up the clock, make them use their timeouts, get it to 2-minute mechanics for them. I thought that was huge. Yeah, absolutely, Taylor. Just because of the score and the clock and timeouts and all those things, Drew challenged those guys. Hey, guys, we could pass it here, but I want to run the ball because that's the best thing to do to try to win the game. But what's going to get overlooked is the 4th and 5 to Marv. That was an unbelievable play. That's a got-to-have-it for us. At that point, you're trying to balance. Do you want to punt it, use your timeouts, try to get the ball back, or you want to go for it right now, push your chips in? We pushed our chips in, and they made a hell of a play. It was awesome. They were going nuts in the locker room. Half of the guys don't even know him. But, he gets here, has an unbelievable week of practice. I got to connect with him early in the week. I was like, we ain't changing anything. This guy can hit it from everywhere and full confidence, you know what I mean? Go bang it through, and that's what he did. Especially, too, how many did he make after the one got blocked? That's like shanking a T-ball and having to rip driver a couple more times. It's not easy. He did a good job. It was the right thing to do, and I saw him practice, you know what I mean? So anyone that's out there, we have confidence in to get it done. So whether you're the kicker, a nose tackle, a guard, doesn't matter.
So Tom Brady described your team as being resilient and having a ton of character, and it stems from you. Just how do you take that compliment?
I would say I appreciate that, but it's not about me. It's about the players and the coaches. You know what I mean? And we got a good group in there. But again, we'll enjoy this one on to Green Bay.
What is going for two only because of the penalty, or were you considering that?
We were considering it, and then when the penalty happened, that's kind of one of our SOPs, time and score and all that, to go for it.
What does it mean for this team to have a complete opposite performance by having so many guys involved? I mean, Marv wasn't having to back, but everyone else was.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Trey, Mike Wilson played well, the O-line, James, you know what I mean? Higgy Bear had some plays in there. We got playmakers, so that's what I mean, going back where the ball should go, where it should go. I feel really good wherever the ball goes. I think we have everyone on that field can win, and that's comforting. But we got to build on it, and we're gonna have to clean up some mistakes, and we got to do a little bit better. But I'm proud of those guys.
You said on the last drive it was the right thing to do to rely on James. Why is that the right thing to do? So they were showing you
Time in the game. You're trying to eliminate variables, which for us is timeouts and 40 seconds off the clock. So a couple different ways you could go with that. Felt really good about what we were doing with those guys.